Okay, students. So once again, good morning to everyone. So in the last hour or the before hour, we have studied about or discussed about already you know that the law of diminishing marginal utility. You know, LDMU simply had called law of diminishing marginal utility. See students, it is a most important concept, the most important the concept in our examination point of view. That is already you know that totally under the concept of law of diminishing marginal utility, we are going to study about totally 5 sub-concepts. You know, the 5 sub-concepts we are going to study, we are going to understood under the concept of the law of diminishing marginal utility, such as already you know that the first one is introduction, already we know. The second one is the meaning. What is the meaning of the LDMU? That is also already we know. The third one is assumptions. The assumptions of the LDMU are law of diminishing marginal utility. That one also we studied, we discussed, we understood in that last hour. And comes to the fourth one and fifth one, the same concept we are going to study about and we are going to understood with the help of the table or imaginary table. And last one is the same concept we are going to study or deals with a diagram. You know, with the help of the diagram also we understood what is the meaning of LDMU or law of diminishing marginal utility. See, that is already you know that under the concept of law of diminishing marginal utility we are going to study about 5 sub-concepts: introduction, meaning, assumptions, table, diagram. 5 things are the 5 factors. Out of that 5, already we studied first 3. Is it right? The last class, introduction, meaning and assumptions, already we discussed. See, simply I told that during the introduction, already I told that this concept or this law, it first it was developed by or introduced by or explained by one of the German economists like H.H. Goosen. What I am saying? The H.H. Goosen, he was the first explained or the developed by this law or law of diminishing marginal utility. But in laterly, this concept of this law, it was developed by Alfred Marshall. He was a neoclassical economist and filler or founder of a neoclassical group of the economists. That 2 things are compulsory. We have to write under the introduction. Then comes to the meaning, comes to the meaning, in simply or generally I told that holiday I will give 2 types of the definitions. In simply I told that a consumer, they can continuously consuming the same type of the commodities in continuously or one by one after another, without any time gap, or the time interval. They know the consumer can get the marginal utility, but this marginal utility goes on diminishing or decreasing. This is what the concept of or the meaning of the law of diminishing marginal utility. See students, once again I repeat, in simply or generally the law of diminishing marginal utility means a consumer can consuming the continuously the same type of the commodities one after another, one by one or without any time gap. The marginal utility derived by the consumer, it has diminishing or decreasing. This is what that means law of diminishing marginal utility. ಒಬ್ಬ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಯು ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸರಕುಗಳನ್ನ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸರಕುಗಳನ್ನ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಮಯದ ಅಂತರ ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಲ್ದಿರ ಅವನು ಅನುಭೋಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು MU ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಳಿಮುಖವಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಥಾಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಯಮ ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವಾಟ್ once again. Okay. So this is what the meaning of the law of diminishing marginal utility. Then comes to the assumptions. How many assumptions will be there here? Totally, here we are going to divide it into, there are 7 important assumptions of a law of diminishing marginal utility. On the basis of that assumptions only, we are going to explain, we are going to understood this law or LDMU, right? It's okay. Totally here, how many assumptions? 7 assumptions will be there. See, simply I told that the first one is the units of the consumptions must be standard. It means what we are going to taking the the commodities, that commodities are becomes to the what standard units. It means its color, its size, its quantity, its that means the taste, all those things are the same alva. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಘಟಕಗಳಂತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತುಗಳಂತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. So that is what the first assumption. Then comes to the second one, or the second assumption is all the units of the commodities must be identical. Okay, so here now what we are going to consider, the goods or commodities, all our commodities are becomes to the what identical, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಂತ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. It means in all aspects like the taste, the quality, than the color, than the size ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳತಕ್ಕಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆ ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಒಂದು ಕಲರ್, ಸೈಜ್, ಟೇಸ್ಟ್, ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Then comes to the third one, the units of the commodities should be used in continuously. See here, the commodities we are taking now, that commodities are consuming in continuously. See, one after another, one by another. Here it means there is no time gap between one commodity to the another commodity, one good to the another good. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳತಕ್ಕಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು, ಅನುಭೋಗ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಒಂದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕೆ ಹೊರತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂತ ಕೊಡಬಾರದು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲಿ here what we are going to consume the commodities, that commodities are consumed in continuously, ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದನ್ನ ಅನುಭೋಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then comes to the fourth one, the consumer must be rational. This law, it is applicable only for a rational persons, not irrational person. Rational means ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ, ವಿಚಾರವಂತ, ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾವಂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ನಿಯಮ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ವಿಚಾರವಂತರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ rational persons ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ applicable ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು not for irrationally people, irrational persons. So that is what fourth one. Then comes to the fifth one, the price of the commodity consumed and its substitute must remain the constant. See, totally under this law, what we are going to taking the commodities, that commodities should not have the substitute goods. See, for example, let us consider apple. Regarding to the apple, there is no substitute good. Suppose we are taking coffee, then coffee it is having to the substitute good like the tea or Horlicks, whatever ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳತಕ್ಕಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬದಲಿ ವಸ್ತು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರಬಾರದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್, then now here what we are going to consider, the commodities, that commodities should not have any type of the substitute goods. ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳತಕ್ಕಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ಏನು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆರೆಂಜ್ or apple or whatever, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ವಸ್ತುವಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಬದಲಿ ವಸ್ತು ಸರಕು ಇರಬಾರದು. ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾವು ಕೂಲ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕಾಫಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಟೀ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ವಸ್ತುವಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ ವಸ್ತುವಿಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. The sixth one is utility can be measured in cardinal numbers. So totally in this law or under this law, after the consumption of commodities, the consumer can get the utility. While the consumer can get the utility, that utility can be measured through the cardinal numbers. Which are the cardinal numbers? Already you know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that. Totally here utility can be measured through the cardinal numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So this is the what sixth one. Then comes to the seventh one or the last one, the consumer should be on a ordinary person, not for a extraordinary person. See totally In this law or under this law, the consumer should be ordinary person. ಅನುಭೋಗಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕೆ ಹೊರತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಡಿನರಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಹುಚ್ಚರು, ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಅಸ್ವಸ್ಥರು, ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಡಿಸಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಅಂತ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಈ ಲಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಟೋಟಲಿ ದ ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಶೋಸ್ that is what this law is applicable only for rational persons, ordinary persons, not for irrational persons, mentally disabled person, mentally that means that people not applicable here ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನಿಯಮ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ಈ ನಿಯಮ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ರಾಷನಲ್ ಅಸ್ವಸ್ಥರು, ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಅಸ್ವಸ್ಥರು, ಮೆಂಟಲಿ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅಂತ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್. ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇರ್ರಾಷನಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸಪಿಯರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್? ವೈ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಆ ಪೀಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅರಿವು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ this law is applicable only for ordinary rational persons. See, these seven things are the seven factors. Here we are going to consider what the assumptions of a law of diminishing marginal utility. See, these are the concepts already we discussed in that last hour only, not now. Okay, ಈ ಮೂರು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಷ್ಟೇ. ಎರಡನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಪರಿಚಯ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ we are going to glance with that three concepts. That three concepts already we discussed in the last hour or the before hour. So totally on the basis of these three, now these concepts we are going to expand or understood with the help of the table as well as that means diagram also. Okay, so now on the basis of these assumptions, meaning and introduction, today class we are going to study about and discuss this concept with a table as well as diagram. So firstly we are going to understood what is the meaning of the LDMU with the help of the one imaginary table. Imaginary what? The table or a schedule. So ಈಗ ನಾವು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕೋಷ್ಟಕ, ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆ ಕೋಷ್ಟಕ ಇಲ್ಲ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ, ಕಾಲ್ಪನಿಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕೋಷ್ಟಕ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಅದರ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ನಾವು LDMU ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್, ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದ ಘಟಕಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. Next one is total utility, simply TU. Next, marginal utility, simply MU. See, the first column is the number of units consumed, ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದ ಘಟಕಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. So here we are consider 6 goods, 1 2 3 4 5 6 commodities we are taking, and also then here 12 then 6 12 plus 6 18, then 4 12 plus 6 plus 4 22, then after that 2 22 plus 2 24, then 0 24 plus 0 24, next minus 2, here 22, 24 minus 2 will get that 22. See students, this is what one imaginary table to explain the law of diminishing marginal utility. See, the fourth subheading is This law will be explained or the understood with the help of the one imaginary table. ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ಪನಿಕವಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ಕೋಷ್ಟಕ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಕರೀತೀವಿ, ಆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ on the basis of what that means that assumptions. See here totally this table could involving to the three sub columns, right? Column 1, column 2, column 3. The first column, it is clearly shows that a consumer can consume the units or number of units. A consumer, how many goods they are going to consume. ಒಬ್ಬ ಅನುಭೋಗಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಘಟಕಗಳನ್ನ ಅವನು ಅನುಭೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್, ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದ ಘಟಕಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 1 2 ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಥರ್ಡ್, ಫೋರ್ತ್, ಫಿಫ್ತ್, ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ. There is no time gap. Okay, comes to the second column. The second column it clearly shows that the TU, the total utility column. See, the consumer can consume into the continuously the goods no, commodities no. So while the consumer can consume commodities, then the consumer derived from TU from these commodities. ಈ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಿಕ್ಕಂತಕ್ಕಂತ TU total utility, first ಗೆ, second ಗೆ, third ಗೆ, fourth ಗೆ, fifth, sixth, seventh, like that. Then third one is MU, the marginal utility, simply ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸಿ MU ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಇಫ್ ಎ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ can consuming the commodities in continuously, then the consumer derived MU from that goods are diminishing ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸಿ 12 12 to 6 6 to 4 4 to 2 2 to 0 then -2. See totally here three columns will be there. One is the number of units consumed, the second one is TU or the total utility, the third one is MU, the marginal utility. Now suppose a consumer, they can consuming the first unit. First unit is any one commodity, maybe there is apple or orange or mango, whatever, but all are same goods are the one commodity, one type of the commodities only. See, when the consumer can consuming to the first unit or the first commodity, the first commodity they are going to give the 12 units of marginal utility. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮಾಡಿಟಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್ ಗೆ 12 ಘಟಕಗಳಷ್ಟು ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನೀಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Now they know that TU is becomes to the 12. ಆವಾಗ TU ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ 12 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ the first unit consumption ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಗೆ 12 units of the TU, the 12 units of the MU. MU ನು 12 ಘಟಕಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, TU ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ 12 ಘಟಕಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Now the same time the consumer can consume into the second commodity, the second unit. The second unit, while the consumer can consume in other situation, the marginal utility, the second unit it is gives to consumer 6 units of the MU. First to 12 ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಮಾಡಿಟಿ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಎರಡನೇ ಆಪಲ್ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಎರಡನೇ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ನು ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಥವಾ MU ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು 6 ಘಟಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. Now the TU is becomes to the what 18. Why? 12 plus 6 will get 18. 6 plus 12 12 plus 6 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 18 ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ? ನಮ್ಗೆ TU ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, the summation, the sum total of sigma MU ಅಂದ್ರೆ MU ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ TU ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟೋಟಲಿ the second unit of commodity will give the 6 units of the marginal utility and 18 units of the total utility to the consumer. ಎರಡನೇ ಘಟಕವನ್ನ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಯು ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದ್ದ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 6 ಘಟಕಗಳಷ್ಟು ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ, 18 ಘಟಕಗಳಷ್ಟು ಒಟ್ಟು ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. The same time the consumer can consume into the third commodity. While the consumer can consume into the third unit of the commodity, the third unit they have given 4 units of the marginal utility and 22 units of the what, the TU, total utility. While the consumer consuming 4th unit, 2 units of the marginal utility, 24 units of the TU are the total utility. The 5th unit, it is gives the 0 marginal utility and 24 units of the total utility. While the consumer can get 6th unit, ಆರನೇ ಘಟಕವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಮೈನಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸಾಕಪ್ಪ, ಬೇಡ, ಈ ವಸ್ತುಗಳೇ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಡವಾಗಿದೆ, ಬೇಡ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. While the consumer can consuming the 6th unit of the commodity, in this situation the consumer can get minus 2 units of the MU, the total utility this becomes to the what, that means 22. See, you can observe it. While the consumer can consuming the same type of the commodities in continuously, the marginal utility, it is also goes on diminishing or decreasing. Meaning ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು? ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅನುಭೋಗಿಯು ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ, ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. See, the same thing happen in this table. While the consumer can consume continuously the same commodities without any time gap or without any time interval, they know that derives from MU from that all commodities will be diminishing. See, the first unit will give 12 units. Second unit 6, third 4, fourth 2, fifth 0, sixth minus 2. Like that, the MU derived from these commodities will be diminishing or the decreasing. See, while the consumer are consuming to the 4th unit, the consumer can get 2 units of the MU. While the 5th unit, this gives a 0. Okay, 0 utility ಅಂತ ಏನು 6 ನ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅದು ಏನು ಕೂಡ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೇನು ತಿಂದ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. See, totally this table, it is clearly shows that up to one level only, while the consumer are consuming to the same commodities in continuously, the MU and TU will be positive. After the reaching one place or the one stage, they know MU becomes 0. Then after that it happens negative diminishing, but TU is positive diminishing. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟ ಹಂತದವರೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಯು ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸರಕುಗಳನ್ನ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಅವನು ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತುಷ್ಟುಗುಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಧನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, then the MU is becomes to the 0, then a negative diminishing. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ದಾಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಶೂನ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಶೂನ್ಯ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕ ಇಳಿಜಾರು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So this is the what, that means the table under the table explanation. See students, once again I am going to simply explain this table. Already I told that the law of diminishing marginal utility, now we are going to explain it with the help of the imaginary table or imaginary schedule. ಇಳಿಮುಖ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ನಿಯಮ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ್ಪನಿಕ ಕೋಷ್ಟಕ ಅಥವಾ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆರ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಿಂದ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. See students, this table will containing to the 3 important columns. The first one is number of units consumed. The second one is TU or the total utility. The third one is MU or a marginal utility. See, when the consumer can consuming to the first unit means anyone, apples, first apple, second apple, third, fourth, fifth, sixth apple. Mango ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, first mango, second mango, third mango, fourth mango, fifth mango and sixth mango, but identical, ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ನೋ. So total identical. Apple 1, apple 2, apple 3, apple 4, apple 5, apple 6. Why the consumer can consuming to the first apple or the mango? The first apple gives 12 units of the MU, 12 units of the TU, total utility. The same time, the consumer can consuming to the second commodity or second apple. In this situation, that good will give the 6 units of the commodity 6 units of the what is will be mu, but 18 units of the tu. So how it is possible, sir? Question will be arised. Tu, already you know that what is the formula? The summation or the sum total of mu. See, 12 plus 6 will get 18. When the consumer can consume into the third commodity, the third unit will give the 4 units of the mu and 22 units of the tu are the total utility. Then comes to the fourth unit, while the consumer can consume into the fourth unit of the good or commodity, it will give the 2 units of the marginal utility and 24 units of the total utility. Right? The fourth unit will give the 2 units of mu and 24 units of tu. So this is the last stage. After this stage, suppose a consumer can consuming to the fifth unit. The fifth unit give, the 0 mu. The 0 level of mu. Why? Because alige ಸಾಕಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು 0 ಶೂನ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಬಟ್ 24 plus 0 24 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ. Then also they have to consume 6th unit. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನು ಏನಾದರೂ 6ನೇ ಘಟಕ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, the 6th unit they have to given what that means -2. Okay, the -2 mu, but ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ positive 22 ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. See, totally overall we are going to observing this table, we can conclude that while the consumer can consuming the same type of the commodities in continuously, the consumer derived marginal utility from that goods are continuously diminishing or decreasing. Okay, ಆ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಬಹುದು 12 to 6, 6 to 4, 4 to 2, 2 to 0, 0 to -2 like that. The mu continuously decreasing. So this is what the law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of the what that means with the help of the one imaginary table or imaginary schedule. Now the same thing or the same concept, now we are going to explain it with the help of the what a diagram. Okay, so same thing, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅದೇ ಒಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ರೇಖಾಚಿತ್ರದ ಮುಖಾಂತರನೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So this is about the table and the table explanation. Now we are going to explain it LDMU with the help of the diagram. Write down the diagram. So OX axis and the OY axis. So this is the OX axis and this is the OY axis. So here number of units consumed. Number of units consumed. How many units consumed? 6 na. So that 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, so this is the Y bar. Here we are going to represent this right. Now in the OY axis we are going to representing utilities. Utilities means two types of the utility will be there. One is mu and another one is tu. Total utility as well as the marginal utility. Both are represent on a Y axis. See, you can look at these numbers. This is the tu and mu. Smallest value is 0. Highest value is 24. So that we are going to measure the values on the OY axis up to 24. Now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, then 20, 22, 24. See, minus 2 also there, so that downwards minus 2. Here the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Enough. Why? Because the biggest value is 24, smallest value is 0 and minus 2. So regarding these values, now we are going to consider a diagram. See, the first unit, while the consumer can consuming the first unit of the first commodity, consumer can get 12 units of the TU, 12 units of the MU, right? So that first unit 12, see here, so you can mark it. So while the consumer can consuming second unit of the commodity, the consumer can get 6 units of the MU, 18 units of the TU. So that 2 second unit 6 is the MU, then 18 is the TU. 18. You mark it. Second one is finished. Then comes to the third unit. While the consumer can consuming third unit of the commodity, 4 units of the MU and 22 units of the TU derived. Now third unit MU is 4, so equivalent to 4, we can mark it. Then TU is 22 equivalent ಆಗಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So third one is finished. Then comes to the fourth one. The fourth unit will give the 2 units of the MU, 24 units of the TU. So that 4, 2 finish, then 24. Okay, fourth one is completed. Now comes to the fifth one. While the consumer are consuming to the fifth unit of the commodity, the consumers can get 0 units of the MU, 24 units of the TU. So that 5, fifth unit, 0 is here only, so that you can mark it here. And same time TU is a 24 only, 24 same. Then it comes to the sixth unit. The sixth unit to give the minus 2 MU and 22 utilities of total utility to give to what the consumer. So that sixth MU is minus 2. So that minus 2 here, you can find it, and 22. Yes. Now we have to join all the points. This is the MU curve, and so this is about TU curve. So this is the the diagram. This diagram we have to make on the basis of this imaginary table values only. Okay, ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದು ಹೊರತು ನಾವು ಹೇಗಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಕಿರತಕ್ಕಂತದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲ. Okay, now see students, already I will inform to you the concept of the LDMU or law of diminishing marginal utility. We have explained with the help of the one diagram also. ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಳಿಮುಖ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ನಿಯಮ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಕೋಷ್ಟಕದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ನಿಯಮ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವೊಂದು ರೇಖಾಚಿತ್ರ ಅಥವಾ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕೂಡ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಸಿ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಆನ್ OX axis we are representing what the number of units are consumed. ಅನುಭೋಗಿಯು ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸರಕುಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ. It means on X axis we plot it And x-axis we represented the number of units consumed. ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸರಕುಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ x-axis ಅಲ್ಲಿ representation ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. And then comes to the y-axis. On y-axis we plotted or we represented the utilities having the TU and the MU, or MU and the TU. The marginal utility as well as the total utility we are going to represent it on y-axis. y ಅಕ್ಷದ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಷ್ಟಿ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನ, x ಅಕ್ಷದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಘಟಕಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಮೂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. See, totally in this diagram, the TU line, the TU curve, it is shows the total utility of the consumer. ಇಲ್ಲಿ TU left to right upward sloping curve ಇದೆನಾ, ಎಡದಿಂದ ಬಲಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಲ್ಮುಖವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ರೇಖೆ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಆ ರೇಖೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ TU, the total utility of the consumer ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. And comes to the MU line ಇದೆನಾ, left to right downward sloping, ಎಡದಿಂದ ಬಲಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಇಳಿಮುಖ ಇಳಿಜಾರಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು MU ಕರ್ವ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ MU ಕರ್ವ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಜಿನಲ್ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮರ್, ಅನುಭೋಗಿಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಗುಣ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು MU ಕರ್ವ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. See, the simply while the consumer can consume the first unit of the commodity, they have derived from that commodity there are 12 units of the TU as well as 12 units of the MU. While the consumer the same time they have to consume the second commodity, they are deriving 6 units of the MU and the 18 units of the TU. Third unit 4 units of the MU and 22 units of the TU. Then fifth unit, here the 0 units of the MU and 24 units of the TU. While the consumer can consume the 6th unit, the 6th unit of the commodity will give the -2 utility, the -2 MU and 22 units of the TU. So like that. So total here the TU curve it is having to the left to right upward sloping, and MU the marginal utility curve is having to the left to right ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. TU ಅಥವಾ ಒಟ್ಟು ತುಷ್ಟಿಗುಣದ ರೇಖೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಎಡದಿಂದ ಬಲಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇಲ್ಮುಖವಾಗಿ ಚಲಿಸಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ MU ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, MU ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಿಂದಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಿಂಗ್, decreasing. See, 12 to 6, 6 to 4, 4 to 2, 2 to 0, 0 to -2, like that. So totally, this diagram it is clearly shows that while the consumer are consuming to the same type of the commodities in continuously, on that situation the consumer can get, or the marginal utility it is always diminishing or decreasing ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈ ರೇಖಾಚಿತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅನುಭೋಗಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ಒಂದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಅನುಭೋಗಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅದರಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟುಗುಣ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಮಿನಿಷಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಇದು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ a diagram explanation. See, simply I told that x-axis we plotted number of units consumed, y-axis we plotted utility. In this diagram the TU curve it shows the total utility curve, it is having left to right upward sloping. Then MU curve it is shows are representing, or MU line it shows the marginal utility, it is having to the left to right downward sloping. See, totally up to one stage MU will be diminishing, TU is increasing or upward sloping. After that stage MU becomes 0. After the 0, negative. See, for example, 5th unit. While the consumer consuming 5th unit, the consumer can get what? 0 utility. Then also, ಐದನೇದು ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ದ ಮತ್ತೆನೂ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋದ, ಆರನೇದು ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತುಷ್ಟುಗುಣ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ This diagram, it is also shows the differences between or the distinguish between TU and MU. Okay, in the initial stage, watch, the MU will be diminishing, TU increasing. After a stage, it is reaches 0, while the MU 0, then TU will be constant. Then after the 0, MU becomes the minus or negative, okay, the negative diminishing. Then while the MU it is begins to negative, the same time TU will be positive diminishing. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ TU ಮತ್ತು MU ಒಟ್ಟು ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಮತ್ತು ಸೀಮಾಂತ ತುಷ್ಟಗುಣ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅವು ನಡುವೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಸಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ MU ಎಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಳಿಮುಖವಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ TU ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. After a stage, MU reaches 0. While the MU reaches 0, then TU becomes positive. Then MU becomes the minus, then negative diminishing. On that situation, TU becomes to what, positive diminishing. ಇದು 0 ಆದಾಗ ಇದು ತಟಸ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಋಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾದಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಧನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಇಳಿಜಾರು, ಧನಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲೋಪಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ವಾಟ್ the law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of the table and with the help of the diagram or graphically. Okay, see students, this is very important for in our examination point of view for long question. I mean 6 marks question, very important. Every year the examiner they are asking this question. Last time also your seniors they have to write this question in annual examination also. Okay, very important for 6 marks question. See, question is clear. Explain the law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of the table and with the help of the diagram. Simply on 4 to 5 lines introduction, on 3 to 4 lines meaning, 1 6 to 7 or 5 to 6 assumptions you have to write, and table explanation, diagram explanation. See, 5 sub concepts we are going to represent it, means you will get the 6 marks in annual examination. Okay, so ಆ ತರ ನಮಗೆ 6 ಅಂಕದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ದಿಸ್ ಲಾ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಅದ್ರ ಬರೀ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್, ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ಟೇಬಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ diagram explanation, like that you have to explain. So very important. And 1 marks and 2 marks questions also there. See, for example, who first developed this law of diminishing marginal utility? First, who first developed or explained this law means already you know that H.H. Gosen, a German economist. But this this development credit goes to Alfred Marshall. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು H.H. Gosen, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ Alfred Marshall, Filler, founder of the neoclassical group or neoclassical school. Then it comes to the meaning, maybe 1 mark or 2 marks question will be asked. What do you mean by law of diminishing marginal utility? Or define the law of diminishing marginal utility, like that 1 mark and 2 marks questions will be asked. See, already you know that the 2 types of the meanings will be there. You have to write anyone, you will get 1 mark or 2 marks. Then 4 marks questions, no, here not arise. Directly 1 marks, 2 marks and 6 marks questions. 6 marks are very important. Compulsory question in your examination, this one. Okay, so this is the law of diminishing marginal utility with the help of the table and the diagram. So in the next hour, we are going to study about the concept of the indifference curve. The indifference curve analysis. ಔದಾಸೀನ್ಯ ವಕ್ರರೇಖಾ ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ, that concept we are going to study about in the next hour or the next class. So thank you one and all.